Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. My dusty ass is back. And, now that the Grizzlies have been disgracefully eliminated from the playoffs at the hands of old LeBron James and the Lakers, is their window pretty much what is the Grizzlies' window, right? Last year they got bounced in the second round to the eventual champions of the Golden State Warriors. So, no knock in that 2022 season. It showed promise. Okay, cool. Fast forward now, the arrogance, the pompous attitudes, starting with Ja Morant down to Dillon Brooks, who Dillon Brooks I think will most likely not be back. I don't think they're gonna sign him back. They gotta keep Desmond Bane. I'm sure he's gonna be put on some type of max contract. And at some point, Jaren Jackson also is gonna need a deal. So we'll see how they're gonna manage their cap. But I mean, I look at the Sacramento Kings, and you look at how that roster's formed with obviously starting with De'Aaron Fox. Then you got Malik Monk coming off the bench. You got Sabonis. I'm not a big fan of Sabonis as a big. I mean, he's good enough. He's serviceable for that team. But in terms of him just kind of creating offense and whatnot and being that big that can be somewhat of a force multiplier when De'Aaron Fox isn't getting it going, just not that dude. But I mean, you look at their young rookie Murray as well. Davion Mitchell. I mean, regardless of what happens with the Warriors tomorrow, I just think the Kings are in position to really take charge next year. You don't hear a lot of arrogance and crazy talk. It looked like De'Aaron Fox is like the other side of Ja Morant in terms of leadership on and off the court. Dude seems very wise beyond his years. They're coached by Mike Brown, a chip off the old block from, the Steve Kerr, coaching tree. They just have everything in order. As the Golden State Warriors, whatever happens, whether the Warriors advance and maybe win the championship, whatever, I just know that they're giving the Warriors all they can handle and then some, right? So I look at the Kings as the next team to be the ones to lead the West, or be one of the premier top three teams in the West, between Denver, the Kings. I'm in Arizona, so I'm supporting the Suns, but I'm still shaky on the Suns. I mean, especially after what happened today, where Jamal Murray literally just cooked them out of the building. But I look at the Kings being that new team, and I think they replace the Grizzlies. And it's crazy because both teams are young. I mean, you could somewhat match firepower for firepower with both teams, when they're clicking and healthy. You know what I'm saying? I know the Grizzlies missed some players, but I mean, I just think the Kings have arrived. I don't care what happens tomorrow. The Kings are the new threat going forward in the West, and not just in the West, but in the NBA. I think the only thing with the Kings, like I said, that's a bonus point. They need another secondary big. I don't think Sabonis gets in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? He's like a big version of Luka. He whines and complains a lot. And he's not that, I don't want to say he's not that good, but just compared to other bigs out in the starting five out there, or at least skill positions as a skilled big, just not that talented. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's better than most general bigs, but I just don't really like his game. Every time he gets the ball, he's just kind of stagnant, doesn't know what to do. He's kind of just waiting instead of just kind of taking charge and start playmaking. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they need another big to swap out Sabonis here and there. But I think they're right there, man, and we'll see, man. But I think the Kings, and I think a lot of people are gonna like the Kings going forward compared to the Grizzlies. They don't do a lot of trash talking. They literally just play on the court, and they just they're one of the highest scoring team in NBA history. So I mean, just everything about the Kings just screams like I would love to be a fan of the Kings. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to be a fan of the Kings. Not that that's my team or anything like that, but I just like the way they play. I like their brand of basketball, and I like the group of guys that they got going forward compared to the Memphis Grizzlies. So just my thoughts on that. So anyways, guys, please subscribe. I'm out.